What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to The Order, and welcome back to another Marvel's Midnight Suns video. Now, we've talked about the basics of combat and what to expect from the game overall, but like any good story and any good RPG, it all comes down to the characters. So today I want to talk about the characters in Midnight Suns. More specifically, I want to talk about arguably the best character in the game and what actually makes a character great in a game like this. But to understand what makes a character truly stand out, we need to understand just how the characters actually work in Midnight Suns. Every character in the game comes with their own deck of abilities unique to that character, and every character fulfills a certain class archetype within the game. You've got your tank characters, Captain America, Captain Marvel, and Wolverine. You've got your primary damage dealers, Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, Magic, Blade, Spider-Man, and Ghost Rider, and you've got your primary support characters, Doctor Strange and Nico. So what separates these characters from one another, and what makes for a great character? I think the key in deciding between which Midnight Suns character is the best for you and your team comes down to the key concept of utility, or in other words, which characters bring the absolute most to the table. Take for example Wolverine. Unlike, say, Captain America, who looks to be the most traditional tank in the game with a playstyle consisting of the classic taunt and block method, Wolverine relies on raw survivability through his self-healing passive, cards that provide life steal, as well as through a skill card, Rapid Healing, which provides him with direct healing to himself. Wolverine also brings an effective chain-based attack style that allows him to dish out big-time damage to multiple enemies at a time. Of course, Wolverine's most notable trait, and what makes him a fundamentally essential character in high-level missions, is his ability to revive himself with his own skill card, something that will prove invaluable in situations when you only have one or no ways to revive a team in a mission. This is what makes someone like Wolverine such an effective character. Not only does he bring you strong melee chain damage, but he's also got the survivability and taunt necessary to help mitigate damage for the entire party and keep his allies out of harm's way. That diversity, the ability to provide multiple functions in a squad, is really at the heart of what I believe makes a great character a great character. As you're looking through each character's deck, take note of characters who provide more than just what their given class would typically provide. Nico is a support character capable of crazy buffs to your team, but she's also got some ridiculous damage dealing abilities packed in her deck. Iron Man is a damage dealer, but he's got a great skill where he can provide block to an ally or himself, an excellent way of adding damage mitigation to the team. Similarly, Scarlet Witch can deal gobs and gobs of AoE damage and control, but also has skills like Chaos Field that provide resist to her allies, again, providing great utility to the team. As a side note, as I'm writing this, I realize there are a lot of terms that I'm not actually explaining, like block, resist, lifesteal, that have been explained in some of the developer videos. I think I'm going to put together a simple video explaining every single status effect in the game that you see displayed on the cards, so you guys have a handy one-stop reference for all of those. Keep an eye out. Keep in mind too that characters also come with a passive skill that can be developed through the game's story, and those passives can add even more utility from that character, such as Doctor Strange's ability to self-generate heroism for the entire team. So now that we've talked about the traits that make a character great, namely a diversity of skills and functions that bring more than one thing to the table, let's talk about the character that most fulfills this philosophy. And that's, well, you, the Hunter. While all the other characters in the game look to have a deck of around 12 cards or so, the Hunter has the ability to obtain a whopping 30 cards in their available deck. This is because the Hunter's deck is split into 3 different branches: Power, Light, and Dark. The Light branch has cards dedicated to healing, damage, and support. The Dark branch focuses on both damage and control abilities. And the Power branch gives the Hunter the ability to be both an offensive and defensive juggernaut for the team. As we've learned in both the developer live streams and in the Hunter's showcase video, you'll have the freedom to spec the Hunter however you choose. Simply put, the Hunter can do everything. Damage? The hunter can do it. Support the team? The hunter can do it. Protect themselves and allies? Yeah, that too. Some of the hunter's cards are simply game-breakingly insane, like the ability to reduce the cost of one of your heroic cards to 0, or the ability to ensure that an S-tier OP card that exhausts after being played doesn't exhaust and gets re-added back into your deck. Oh, did I also mention the hunter has the ability to summon the Hellhound Charlie? Honestly, this video could have just been me mentioning that and it would have been enough to make my point. You can theoretically plug and play the hunter into just about any team and have them fulfill whatever role is needed to make that team great. Say you have a team built around Scarlet Witch's AoE damage and control with a tank to protect her, but you need a single target damage dealer who can also help heal if need be. Yeah, the hunter can be that. If utility and a diversity of functions is the name of the game, then no one in Midnight Suns has more of that than the hunter. There's so much more to talk about with the hunter and the rest of the characters within Midnight Suns, so expect more character-centric videos and team videos in the weeks to come. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see me cover next. And for more Midnight Suns coverage, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. And also be sure to drop a follow over on my Twitch channel, where I'm live weekdays at 3 PM Eastern and where I'll be streaming Midnight Suns at launch and beyond. Till next time, have a good one.